Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to the summer. Welcome to the Cancer energy. As it is summer solstice and we are looking at that turning point from spring to summer, we embrace this Cancer energy. And before I get going, I want to wish everybody who has a sun sign of Cancer a very happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful and amazing day. And for all of us who don't have Cancer as our sun sign, and no matter where we have Cancer or don't have Cancer on our astrological birth chart, please know this energy is going to impact us. It is going to be loud and proud, high in the sky. And Cancer is a water energy, so we are looking at that emotion and intuition, really getting a nice little tune-up, if you will. I couldn't think of better decks to play with today than the Shadowscape Tarot with the Beyond Lemuria Oracle. These are great decks, very watery based. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at what Cancer wants to share with you. And I hope that people do have some time in the next couple of days. Solstice lands, well, it's multiple days, the 20th to the 22nd. I hope that you have time to embrace and enjoy the summer energy. Many of us have been looking forward to this because it's been kind of a hard spring. So take time, set intention. No matter what Cancer holds for us, plan some fun stuff, whether it be an hour, a week, a weekend. Make sure that you have some fun things to look forward to as we go forward in the summer. The Chariot. We have the Four of Wands in reversal. I love the kind of antelope-ish type animals we got bouncing around there. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. He's in reversal too. And then we have the Two of Pentacles in reversal. So summer is not going to just hand everything over easily, at least during the Cancer reign. Is there going to be that movement? Absolutely. Is it going to be easy to embrace and see the changes that you want? No. It's not going to be easy. You're not going to have the motivation. You're not going to be grounded. You're going to have that scattered, woohoo, let's go. That balancing act is, it's not just trying to juggle a couple of balls. It's like trying to juggle a ball pit of balls. It's really hard to do and really, really hard to maintain. Give yourself a break. Take that deep breath. It's going to be possible. Absolutely. Are you going to be able to get the work done? Sure. Is there going to be a lot of intention and taking it slow? Oh yeah, this is not a fast and furious piece. The opportunities, that rite of passage, that shift is going to be easily missed. We can roll right by it without even thinking about it. We need to make sure that we are slowing down and being present at what the day brings us. Now, for Cancer itself, we will have a couple retrogrades. Pluto will remain in retrograde. Next week, Saturn comes into retrograde on the 29th. Let me just check what June brings. Don't know if June has any more, or sorry, not June, July has any more retrogrades. Yes, Neptune goes into retrograde on the 2nd. And then this is not in Cancer, but the only other retrograde we're going to have for July itself is on the 26th with Chiron. So that does not fall in Cancer, it falls in Leo. The retrogrades are all external planets. They're not going to be that personal planet where it's in your face. So no, a lot of these missed opportunities is just the exasperation that we're feeling going into this. This miss may not be intentional. It can be a subconscious thing where we're avoiding, or we're so preoccupied with what we're dealing with and what we're avoiding that we miss it. So that's why it's important to have that presence of mind, being present. Yeah, you know what? It may be really hard to be present because you don't like what the present brings you. So start to take those steps forward. The Chariot does not always move fast and furious. Here you see that these two unicorns do have a good trot going on. However, in the original card, you see the two sphinxes actually on a break. You see that it is a stone chariot. It's stuck in water. It's not going as easy as we'd hoped. However, that does not deter the charioteer. So no matter how fast that shift and movement is going, know that you're the one who's the driving force behind it. We can't wait for somebody else or something else just to hand it to us. We kind of have to do the work. And yeah, it sucks. However, when we take the time, start to work on ourselves, and the Knight of Pentacles is a slow, well, let's be honest, in the original card, Pamela Coleman Smith has him drawn standing still. However, you see the plowed field right behind him. He's done his work. He has set those intentions. He has used his willpower and drive, which of course is the same that we see here in the Chariot, to get the work done. He's an amazing card to see when he's in the upright, to do stuff, get stuff done, do that hard work card. And well, he's in the reversal, so yeah. That avoidance is going to be big. With that avoidance, you're going to see that a mental health start to wiggle and slide because we're avoiding. It's causing challenge. If that mental health is already slipping and sliding, making sure, guys, that you ground yourself and ask for the help that you need. We know the balance is off. We're going into Cancer off kilter. Well, Cancer is not going to stabilize us. It's an emotional card. It's that water card. And yes, water will be a fantastic support. It can not only clear us out physically by obviously drinking it, we can also do some intentional bathing to get rid of some of the energetical gunk that we're dealing with. It's an amazing element to support us in feeling more stable. However, you are going to need to be very intentional with self. What do you need right now? If that emotion is really running high and you're really struggling, use your words. Ask for the physical help. That's going to be important. If you're feeling really unstable and unsure and you just don't know where to go next, I would suggest starting to breathe. Ground yourself. It helps to give that presence of mind. Any black or red crystal can help with that grounding. If you want something that's going to help with the motivation and drive and mind clarity, citrine, beautiful yellow crystal. Easy to get. It's not a hard crystal to find and it's not expensive. Don't add extra right now. Use what you have. Use what you know. Crystal keys. I love it. I hadn't turned the card before I started talking about the crystals. Crystals are a fantastic support They're an energy amplifier. They support us in different ways by resonating with our energies internally in different ways. And it does help to open doors. Not physically, are we going to have beautiful crystal keys? Some of us would hope. However, it does help with that energetical boost to, well, connect into the rite of passage. It's an energetical tool. Is it a must? No. Some people really have averse reactions to crystals, and some people just don't want to deal with them. The important piece is that you need that support. Use your tools, whatever your tools look like, because they are going to help you open those doors. Open that rite of passage, help you bring the stability that you need. Those are the important elements. And earth will help. Yes, we're in that water energy. Yes, we're in that emotional. it literally feels like the ocean with the ebbs and waves of the tide. Yes, we're going to have that. And that's okay. Grounding, which we do have double pentacles here. We have now the earth energy. That grounding sensation, that stability will help. I've got tons of meditations on grounding and stability. All my meditations have a grounding component at the end to support you. Going for a walk, playing with earth, playing with crystals, ground yourself. Again, use your tools. It doesn't have to be a meditation. Again, not everybody can meditate. They can't. That's not something that they resonate with. That's why I suggested a red or a black crystal, as it worked with your root chakra. So any work with our root will support us with helping with that grounding. And I've got teachings on each of the 7 chakras on my channel here. You can go check it out. Gain the insight, gain the information that's going to work for you. Okay. Last oracle card. Home. I love how it's showing the heart chakra, right in that heart center. We always think of home as a physical place. It's also that spiritual, energetical place as well. Make sure that you have that calm heart. Like I said, that emotion is going to be a bit of a tidal wave. That ebb and that flow. Some of us are going to feel that crash, while others will have a calmer, well, more of a lap than that tidal wave. Work with your heart chakra. Work with that emotion. Where are you at right now? What is happening for you? What's more, what do you need to start to shift that? Because it is going to be very individual. Some of it's going to be just stuff that we've done or avoided. Well, it's good. On others, it's going to be, well, external. And it can be both. We can have external forces, energies, and people impacting us in negative ways. Plus, we have the avoidance and actions that we have or have not done. So it may not be just a one answer thing, guys, and that's okay. The important piece is that instead of staying stagnant and stuck where you're like, oh, I'll just play victim and put my head in the sand, that you start to be that charioteer. Start to gain back control. The charioteer, the original card, did not have reins, and he's not holding reins, but they do have reins. Do you see how he's not holding them? It's all through willpower and drive. He usually is holding a wand. Again, he's using that internal energy to push himself forward. And that's what we need to do. Hangman. I love this card. Especially in this deck. Like, this deck is gorgeous. Right? The Hangman talks about letting go. Yeah, you know what? We are not going to be in control. Control is a false thing unless you're talking control of self. It's the only thing we're going to have control over. Stop trying to micromanage and take control of everything in our lives. Let go a little bit. Start from where you're at. Again, we go back to you, that self. At home, where are you at? What's more, what do you need to do to move yourself forward? Doesn't matter about others. It doesn't matter about that external. Internal, self. External, let go. Allow external sources to come forward to help and support you. And yes, when you let go and work with the universal energy, it's a high vibrational energy rather than a low, and it's for a positive. So people, be mindful and think things through. That those cosmic ahas, that energy that pushes you and encourages you, is these two work very well together, and it's high vibrational. Just remember that. The Lovers in reversal talks about balance, communication, and relationship. And this doesn't feel like an external relationship. It feels more like that internal push and pull. We're not really working with self very well. We're not having that compassion and love for self. And no, this does not mean that we're going to have the frou-frou, oh, I'm going to do some self-care. No, this talks about really working with self. And it's not about, oh, well, I'm going to go take a bubble bath or take care of myself. Not entirely. What's happening for you emotionally, spiritually, physically? Both the positive and those challenges. Now, important side note here, please do not get stuck in the gunk. Stuck in the gunk? We're already there. We want to be honest. Not critical, but honest. So that you can get that motivation. The Wheel of Fortune. It's nice to see as we are at that point. Well, we're not quite at the midway point. Midway point of the 2024, I think, is in July 2nd or something. But we are in that midway of that summer solstice. For my pagan friends, we know that the Oak King has won the battle, and he is ruling over until winter solstice, when the Holly King comes forward. This is going to change. This too shall pass. These challenges, this stuckness, the most important piece, and this is in the upright, is to work with that natural rhythm of that universal energy of your world, of your life, with that willpower and drive. See, these two cards are going to work really well together. Not only are they both major arcana, and we do have a number of major arcana now, but we are looking at upright cards of movement and shifting. The Five of Wands. However, things are not as always easy as we'd hoped. That inner committee is not going to be kind. And like I said, when we get to that critical point, it's going to be important that we calm that inner mind, that we calm that tidal wave. Use your tools, know where you're starting from, and start to work with the Chariot. Start to work and see that movement. Start to see these opportunities. When we are that active participant, rather than avoiding, and again, that can be an unconscious or conscious piece, and we minimize that negative self piece, work with self, with compassion, love, and empowerment, you are going to be working with the Wheel of Fortune, and you will see that shift. You will see that movement forward. And Cancer is going to support you with that. The most important piece is that you need to be in control of you and allow that external to flow and support when it supports. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and exploring this amazing Cancer energy. If you did like this session, please remember to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you thought and how Cancer impacts you. And of course, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any further posts. I have so much more coming forward. You don't miss anything. And if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Patreon page. I provided a link below so you can go check it out for yourself. Again, I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me in this exploration of Cancer. Until tomorrow, my friends.